We've been a leader in banking for more than 100 years. You'll find us here, at home, on your phone, and everywhere you go. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Sponsored by Renaissance Bank.
Good morning and welcome to Daily Journal Newsbreak, sponsored by Renaissance Bank. Today is Friday, August 24th, and I'm your host, Elizabeth Walters. We're going to take a look at today's top news and sports headlines across northeast Mississippi, but first, a look at your weather forecast. Today we'll have partly cloudy skies with a high of 89 and a low around 70. And on Saturday, sunny skies with a high of 92 and a low of 71. Sunday, mostly sunny skies with a high of 93 and a low of 71. And on Monday, sunny skies with a high of 92 and a low of 72. Now let's take a look at today's top headlines. The Mississippi Senate voted Thursday to pass legislation creating a state lottery, and the House voted to divert 35% of the state's current tax on internet and catalog sales to city and county infrastructure needs. Governor Phil Bryant said in an opening speech that transportation problems must be addressed quickly, saying they do not need to wait another week or month as there are over 400 county bridges closed statewide for safety reasons. One issue with the lottery bill that was discussed is the fact that it would be exempt from the state's bid laws, open record laws, and meeting laws. A 5-member board appointed by Governor Bryant would oversee the Mississippi Lottery Corporation. Transportation Committee Chairman Willie Simmons said the lottery could provide a projected $40 million to the state in its first year and around $80 million in the future. And in the House, representatives passed House Bill 1, which would provide $110 million annually to cities and counties, and they would receive the money as long as they do not decrease the amount they're currently spending. And each city would be guaranteed $10,000 a year. The bill would also allow the state to borrow up to $300 million to be spent through a bridge repair fund and would impose an additional yearly tax of $75 on hybrid vehicles and $150 on electric vehicles. And we'll continue to follow the session throughout the day as both chambers will now consider the bills the other passed on Thursday. And the president of the Lee County Board of Supervisors has halted electioneering during meetings. Candidates for judicial offices have attended meetings regularly, including county and municipal governments. Willie Allen, who's running for county court judge in Lee County, appeared at the board's meeting earlier this week and was prepared to speak before board president Mike Smith intervened, saying the meeting was not the place for campaign speeches. We should note that another candidate, Stacey Shumpert Bevel, did appear before the supervisors recently, and Smith said he allowed her remarks only because he was informed about them at the last minute and did not have time to make a decision about the issue. Smith told the Journal that he feels campaigning during a public meeting is not a benefit to the candidate or the public. Allen also appeared at the Tupelo City Council meeting and spoke during that meeting, as well as Nathaniel Clark, a candidate for Chancery Court Judge in the 1st District. Governing bodies in general hold discretionary power over who may speak at meetings. And this weekend is your last chance to tour the St. Jude Dream Home before a winner is drawn next week. The 3,600 square foot home is located on Dumbarton Oaks Circle in Tupelo, and free tours will be offered from 9 to 5 on Saturday and noon to 5 on Sunday. Mark Simpson of Legacy Construction said they had over 5,000 come through so far to tour this year. Simpson is the builder of the $400,000 4-bedroom, 4-bath home. Tickets for a chance to win the home sold out in about 4 weeks. Last year, the Dream Home program raised over $32 million for St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital, and around 40 Dream Homes have been built around the country this year. And while you can no longer purchase a ticket for the home, you can still register for a chance to win $10,000 furniture shopping spree from room to room. And in sports, in one of our top Week 2 matchups, Tupelo will host Corinth in its Wing T offense attack tonight. The Warriors put up 328 yards and 4 touchdowns on the ground last week in their 29-28 win over Shannon. Tupelo is coming off a big road win at Meridian, but they will be without quarterback Stephon McGlon, receiver Jordan Jernigan, and cornerback Nigel Cole, and the trio suffered injuries in last week's win. The Golden Wave shut out Corinth 48-0 last year, holding the Warriors to only 6 passing yards. And a couple other games happening tonight. Houston will host Calhoun City, and the Little Egg Bowl will take place with Oxford hosting Starkville. And you can follow our Week 2 coverage throughout the evening on Twitter. Just search the hashtag DJ Preps. And that does it for Newsbreak on this Friday. Don't forget that this show is just one of the many online offerings, courtesy of the Daily Journal, that gets you news off the page and on the go. And we have new episodes of both the Prep Rally and Double Coverage podcast. You can listen for free in iTunes, your podcast app, or at preprally.djournal.com or doublecoverage.djournal.com. Each story discussed today on Newsbreak can be found in your Daily Journal or online at djournal.com, where you can find a new episode of Newsbreak each weekday morning. Thanks for joining us. I'm Elizabeth Walters. Have a great afternoon.